Good morning, student. My name is Miss Manisha Borkar, Department of Fishery Science, NES Science College, Nanded. Today we are going to start the theory paper second, that is the type study of Valagattu. It is commonly called as a freshwater shark. Now, in previous lecture, we are seen that the endoskeleton. Okay, we are seen that the types of that the endoskeleton which is having two basic components. In previous lecture, we are seen that the axial skeleton, and today we are seen the appendicular skeleton of a paired as well as a median fins. Here in previous lecture we knows that what is endoskeleton. Okay, the branch of the study dealing with fish bone called a fish osteology. It may also be called as a ichthyosteology. Okay, these terms which is related to the fish bones. The endoskeleton of teleost is more or less completely ossified and includes both replacing and investing bones. Okay, the endoskeleton may be studied in two basic components. Okay, that is the axial skeleton. In previous lecture we are seen that the axial skeleton, skull and vertebral columns. In previous lecture we seen typical trunk vertebra, caudal vertebra and the ribs, and today we are seen that the appendicular skeleton, okay, which is modified as a skeleton of a median fins and a paired fins and the pectoral girdle and a pelvic girdles. Okay, Valagattu is a coeluroid fish, as you knows that though. Okay, this appendicular skeleton which is totally related to the fins of fish, as you knows that the fish having the fins which is using as a locomotion or the swimming purposes. Okay, in fishes there are a median fin and a paired fins are present here. Okay, here we are seeing that the appendicular skeleton. Okay, the skeleton of a three median fins. Okay, this appendicular skeleton having the three median fins, that is dorsal, anal and caudal fin. Okay, and second one is the two paired fins. Okay, these paired fins are in a paired form, that is the pectoral and pelvic girdles and their fins. Okay, from the appendicular skeleton supporting the fins and providing for their articulation with the body. Okay, this appendicular skeleton which is supporting the fins and provides their articulation with the body. Here's the five fins are present here. First is a dorsal fin, second one is a anal fin, third one is a caudal fin. These are the three median fins of a appendicular skeleton, and fourth is a pectoral girdle and fin, fifth one is a pelvic girdle and fin. This is a paired fins and the girdles. Okay, one by one we are seeing the fins. Okay, first is a dorsal fin. This dorsal fin, the skeleton of the dorsal fin is not very well developed. The radial elements are so fused, this cannot be divided into segments. Okay, these dorsal fins are fused. Their radial elements are not in a segmented form. The fin has only 5 fin rays. Okay, or a lepidostrachea directed dorsally backwards from the fused distal end of the radials. The rays are segmented. Okay, the first ray is unbranched while the rest 4 are branched. Okay, anal fin. Here these are the first, second and third diagrams. Okay, first diagram which is a anal fin, second one is a dorsal fin, third one is a caudal fin. Okay, in a second diagram this is a dorsal fin. Okay, here's the lepidotrachea are present here, and this one is a spine like structure is present which is a very long or large, long in a size, and in a hairs below there are radials are present here, which is are not segmented. Okay, in a second diagram these are large. Okay, these anal fin is long as comparing to the dorsal fin. Seen here the points of that the anal fin. The anal fin is a very long and has a well developed skeleton. It is 83 to 91 rays supported by radials and borne on a first fifth of a caudal vertebrae. Okay, here the rays are present on the radials. Okay, these are in this anal fin is a long or a well developed skeleton. It having a 83 to 91 rays. Okay, these anal fin which is present in the first fifth one caudal vertebrae. In the radial has three segments, that is proximal, mesial and a distal. Next one is there are generally two radials in relation to many of the humeral spines. The two radials of the first caudal vertebra lie behind the pseudocauplotree papillae, indirectly supported by the humeral arch of the second vertebra. Okay, these are the, in this diagram we are seeing that the here in the first diagram, that is the anal fin. Okay, anal fin is long in size as comparing to the dorsal and the caudal fins. Okay, caudal fin which is comprises as that tail region of the fish which is modified in a caudal fins. Okay, these anal fins having a various spine like structures are present here. Neural spine is present here, humeral spine and the mesial, radial and the dorsal. Okay, in below there is a lepidotrachea is present. In that there is we know that the up to the 91 rays are present here. Okay, last one is a caudal fin. Caudal fin is supported by the modified last three caudal vertebrae. The fin is vertically flattened rods or hemorrhoids on the dorsal and ventral side of the urostyle of the last caudal vertebra. Only one free spine like radial is present, thus the two lobes of the caudal fin are unequal. Through externally they appear to be equal. There is also a small ray above the dorsal lobe of the fin at its base and two rays below the ventral lobe besides the rays described the above. Okay, this is a caudal fin. Okay, in the third diagram the caudal fin is here there is the dark like structure is present, that is the urostyle. Various fin rays are present here. Ultimate vertebra is present in the in urostyle portions. Okay, this is the first, second and third diagram of the median fins. Okay, that is anal, dorsal and the caudal fins. Okay, next one we are seeing that the pectoral girdle and a fin. Okay, these are our appendicular skeleton of a paired fins. Okay, the point here are plotted. The pectoral girdle lies just behind branchial cavity, and unlike the pectoral girdle of a cartilaginous fishes consists of the two distinct symmetrical lateral halves having no connection with each other on the ventral side. Besides, a secondary girdle of a membrane bone is developed on the outer surface having a dorsal connection with the skull on each side through the post-temporal bone. Next one is the primary pectoral girdle is very much reduced and consists of the scapula, coracoid and a mesocoracoid. Okay, while the well-developed secondary girdle has a clitorum and a post-temporal regions are present here. Okay, these are the fifth structures are present in the pectoral girdle. Okay, these pectoral girdle which is present in a pectoral fins. Okay, this is a endoskeleton of the pectoral fins. Okay, this is a diagram of a right pectoral girdle and the fins. Okay, here's in a upper side there is a superior process of a post-temporal region, and this bone will be attached to that portion of that the L-shaped portion is present here, L structure that consisting the main parts of that the pectoral girdle, that is scapula, mesocoracoid and the coracoid. Okay, in a right to large L-shaped size in middle, that is the ventral limb of the clitoris, and in that portion the articular process is here, and here the long like structure is present here, that is the radials which is attached to the L shape of bone. Here the various spine like structure are present here, that called as a lepidotrachea. Okay, which is attached to that the radial. These are the right pectoral girdle and the fins. Okay, here's the point plotted here as a scapula. It is roughly triangular flat bone lying in the angle between the two limbs of the clitoris. Its one end is attached to the dorsal limb of the clitoris, the dorsal limbs of the clitoris. The other end is united with the coracoid, and the third end is directed downwards and backwards and provides the articulation to the pectoral fin. As you know that the function of that the appendicular skeleton which having the articulation to the fins. Okay, the next one is a coracoid. It is a flat L-shaped bone lying to the ventral side limb of the clitoris. The joint between the two limbs is directed backwards and provides articulation to the pectoral fins. Next one is a mesocoracoid. It is a small curved bony rod lying over the dorsal limb of the clitoris. It is one end is attached with the dorsal limb of the clitoris at the site where scapula is attached, and the other end with the scapula and coracoid. Okay, this clitoris, it is also L-shaped bone having a short dorsal limb and a long ventral limb. The dorsal limb ends in the notch. The post-temporal notch is the post-temporal. In the angle of its two limbs is a depression in which the head of the spine or pectoral fin fits. Last one is a post-temporal region. The post-temporal region is a well developed and has a main part and a second forwardly directed processes, a superior snout and an inferior cylinder process. Okay, the post-temporal runs forward from the dorsal limb of the clitoris, which fits into the deeply notched proximal end of its main part. Okay, these are the 5 parts of that the scapula, coracoid, mesocoracoid and the clitoris, and the post-temporal which is complete the structure of that the right pectoral girdle and the fins. Okay, last one is a pelvic girdle and its fins. Okay, the pelvic girdle consists of a pair of a flattened pelvic bones surrounded by a common median piece of a cartilage. Each pelvic bone is a flattened plate having 3 processes, that is inner is short, median is long and outer is average in length. Posterior edge of the pelvic bone is round and perform in the center. A small inverted comma like supernumerary bone lies dorsolaterally to the outermost ray of the fin and is directed forward towards the pelvic girdle. Okay, the pelvic fin is simpler than the pectoral and does not have any radials or interradial bones. It is directly attached to the pelvic bone by its 9 or 10 or 10 segmented lepidotrachea. Okay, these ears also lepidotrachea are present here. That is a 9 or 10 segmented lepidotrachea. Okay, this is a right view of the pelvic girdle and fins. Here's there is a this pelvic girdle is a comma like in a shape. Okay, here's the two attached middle process here, that is the outer process and inner process. The pelvic bone which is present in a very comma like structure, these are the cartilages, and a supernumerary bone is present here which is attaching to that the lepidotrachea. Okay, in that lepidotrachea which is in a 9 to the 10 lepidotrachea are present here in that the pelvic girdle. Okay, this is a appendicular skeleton. In that appendicular skeleton we are seeing that the various median fins as well as the paired fins, but in our syllabus we have only the paired fins for the study, that is the pectoral as well as the pelvic girdle, and we are seen that the anal fin, dorsal fin as well as the caudal fin for your information. Okay, these are the end of our chapter, that is the endoskeleton. Okay, in next lecture we are start the unit number 2.